This is a review for the LEVOIT LV-H126. This unit is about 10.5 inches tall, it's about 7 inches wide, and it's about 8 inches deep. So a very small unit. It's also very light at just under 4.5 pounds. This unit features a foam pre-filter in a combination HEPA and carbon filter. The air travels into the air purifier through the back here, through the foam pre-filter first, then through the HEPA filter, and then through the carbon filter. Of course, that HEPA and carbon filter are combined, but the HEPA part of it, the air travels through that first, then through the carbon part of the filter, then through the front of the air purifier here. Now, the front of this unit does have this front piece here it's covered with a fabric-like material. So the air actually travels out through the sides here, through the top, and through the bottom of the front of the unit. The manufacturer fails to give the exact CADR or CFM for this unit, but our testing has shown the output to be well under 100 CFM. So you don't get a lot of output with this unit. The unit is very inexpensive. It does retail for around $60 at most online retailers. So what do we like about this model? Well, we definitely like the fact that it's small and lightweight. Most other air purifiers on the market are larger. They're also heavier. Not by much, mind you, but this unit is definitely small, one of the smaller and lighter air purifiers on the market. So we definitely like its portability. We also like the fact that there's no light that turns on with this unit. It's actually turned on with this knob on the front here. And when you turn on that knob, when you turn it, there's no LEDs that illuminate. There's nothing that's going to shine into a dark room and bother you at night if, for example, you want to use this in a bedroom. Finally, we also like the fact that the unit is equipped with a real HEPA filter. At that price point, it's impressive that LEVOIT actually sells an air purifier that is equipped with a full-fledged true HEPA filter. It's not very large, but it is still a HEPA filter, and because it's a HEPA filter, it's going to be able to filter particles at a certain efficiency, and that is impressive for the price of this unit and for the size of it as well. So what do we not like about this unit? Well, we definitely don't like its low output. This unit only outputs at a level that's going to allow you to use it in space up to about 60-70 square feet at an absolute maximum. So clearly that isn't very large, and for even small bedrooms, that's not going to be good enough. So keep that in mind with this unit. There's another unit also at this same price point and a similar size, the Germ Guardian AC4100, and that Germ Guardian is going to output at a little bit more than this unit. So even compared to a very small unit, a very low output unit on the market in that Germ Guardian, this LEVOIT unit outputs at an even lesser rate than that Germ Guardian. So do we or do we not recommend this unit, and for what application would we recommend it? Again, this unit and the AC4100, they fall in the same boat. They are both around the same price point. They have approximately the same output. The Germ Guardian has more. They both have HEPA filters. Will they purify air? Yes, absolutely. Any air that is taken in by this air purifier will be processed. The particles will be removed. Some gas filtration will occur, not much at all, but there will be some. So any air that actually comes in here will be filtered, and that is without a doubt. So clean air is coming out here. Now, a lot of users may expect to be able to put this unit on a desktop, to put it in front of them in their workspace, for example, or next to them in bed when they're sleeping, and expect this unit to blow clean air on them. And because it's blowing clean air on them, that they are now breathing in clean air. And the fact is that that's simply not the case. That's not how air purification works. That's not how these units work. As soon as unclean air enters this unit, it is cleaned by the filters, absolutely, and at a very high rate. 99.97% is the efficiency rating for HEPA filters. So air that comes in here, 99.97% of particles that travel through here are going to be filtered out by the filter in there. However, as soon as the clean air exits out of the air purifier, it immediately disperses throughout the whole room, and that is throughout the whole room. So if the room is not sealed, if the door isn't closed, anything like that, the clean air is just going to distribute everywhere that it can go. So if the room is not sealed, it's going to go everywhere up until where it's sealed. So what happens here is that the unclean air exits, and that air is at a very low concentration, a very low particle concentration. And the air that is elsewhere in the room is at a higher particle concentration. And what happens is that higher particle concentration air immediately wants to come right here where the low particle concentration is as soon as it exits the air purifier. And furthermore, the low particle concentration air that's right here that's exiting, that low particle concentration air immediately wants to distribute throughout the whole room to go to even out. So air wants to go to a place of equilibrium. It wants to go and it wants to even out the particle concentration in the room. That's how particle concentration, that's how particle filtration works in a room in a real world application. So the fact is that unless you literally get right up to the grill of this air purifier and you just breathe it in right there, you are not going to be breathing in any cleaner air than what is throughout the whole room. There's no clean air bubble around this air purifier. There's nothing like a sphere of clean air around it. That clean air goes everywhere in the room as far as it is sealed. So keep that in mind. Now, what does that mean for this air purifier? What that means is that, again, the output is so low that the space that it can work inside of, the space that it can actually lower particle concentration for, is so low that it's almost untenable in most applications. There just aren't a lot of rooms that are small enough that in which this air purifier will be able to work. So where does that leave us? Do we recommend this unit? Do we recommend the Germ Guardian? And the fact is, no, we cannot in good faith recommend these units. They just will not work in most real world applications. Instead, we would recommend a full-size unit, and that full-size unit is going to give you much better energy efficiency. It's going to be able to operate more quietly because you may not necessarily have to put it on maximum speed. With this one, keep in mind, even at that low output that we talked about, you still have to set it all the way to maximum settings. So on those maximum settings, it's going to have much higher noise output than a larger unit where you can actually set it to lower settings and it's not going to make as much noise. Top rated units are going to work very well in rooms all the way up to 300 square feet. This unit will never be able to be used in a room that large, of course. With a top rated unit, you're also going to get much better gas filtration. You're going to get a better carbon filter on those units. You're going to get much better particle filtration on a full-size top rated unit. So overall, you're just going to get a much better air purifier. You're going to get a real air purifier that's going to be able to purify air that's going to actually be able to make a substantial difference in a room. If you put this air purifier in a room and you turn it on, will it make a difference? Yes, it will make a difference. It's going to make a dent in the particle concentration in the room, but that's all it's going to be able to do. It's not going to be able to lower the particle concentration fast enough. It's not going to be able to lower it to a low enough threshold that we think is acceptable when you're going through all the trouble of actually implementing an air purifier in a room to begin with. So to purify the air in even a small room properly, we definitely recommend a top rated unit over this LEVOIT and the Germ Guardian AC 4100.